Good morning, children. Next topic, Ellingham diagram. Here one graph is given in this page. This graph is plot between delta G value and temperature. See here, graph is plot between delta G value and temperature. For different metals, he got different straight line. From the diagram, we can choose the best reducing agent for reduction of metal oxide. The change in Gibbs free energy, that is delta G, for a reaction is given by the expression delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. When delta H is the enthalpy change, so in that equation G is free energy, H means enthalpy, delta H means enthalpy change, T means temperature, S means entropy, delta S means entropy change. One equation is given. This is not a new equation. Already we learned in thermodynamic lesson in 11th standard. G means Gibbs free energy, H means enthalpy, S means entropy. So delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. For an equilibrium process, delta G naught can be calculated using the equilibrium constant K. Delta G naught can be calculated using the equilibrium constant K. Ellingham used the above relationship to calculate the delta G naught value at various temperature. Ellingham used above relationship to calculate delta G naught value at various temperature for the reductions of metal oxide by treating the reduction as an equilibrium process. He has drawn a plot by considering temperature in the x axis. He plot the graph in temperature in x axis and standard free energy, that is delta G, in y axis for the formations of metal oxide in y axis. The resultant plot is a straight line. The resultant plot is a straight line with delta S slope. If you determine slope for this line, means that slope is equal to delta S, and that intercept is equal to delta H. So the graphical representations of variations of the standard Gibbs free energy of the reactions for the formations of various metal oxide with the temperature is called as Ellingham diagram. What is Ellingham diagram? For the definition, you have to write these two lines. The graphical representation of variation of standard Gibbs free energy of the reactions for the formation of metal oxide with the temperature is called as Ellingham diagram. So in Ellingham diagram, we plot the graph between temperature and standard free energy. For that, we got the straight line, that is called as graphical representation. So Ellingham diagram contains graphical representations of variation of standard Gibbs free energy with the temperature, that is called as Ellingham diagram. So based on temperature only, that delta G value varies, it may increase or decrease, that is called as Ellingham diagram. So again please listen. First equation, delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. In that equation, G means free energy, delta G means change in free energy. H means enthalpy, delta H means change in enthalpy, minus T delta S. T means temperature, S means entropy, delta S means change in entropy. One more equation we know in thermodynamics, that is delta G naught is equal to minus RT log K. Delta G naught is equal to minus RT log K. So, the delta G naught values can be calculated by using equilibrium constant. Delta G naught value can be calculated by using equilibrium constant. So, Ellingham used above relationship to calculate delta G naught value. By using the delta G naught value only, they plot the graph. In graph, they plot delta G naught and temperature. This delta G naught value can be calculated by using this temperature, these equations only. So, he plot a graph between temperature in x axis and standard free energy in y axis. For that, he got straight line. If you find out the slope for that straight line, means that slope is equal to delta S value. So, from that graph we can calculate the delta S value, and from that intercept we can calculate delta H value. So, the graphical representations of variation of standard Gibbs free energy, that is delta G naught, for the formation of various metal with the temperature, that is called as Ellingham diagram. So, definition is given. Good morning children. Today we are going to learn about observations from Ellingham diagram. In last video class, up to Ellingham diagram we learned. So, today we are going to learn observations from Ellingham diagram. First, what do you mean by Ellingham diagram? Ellingham diagram means, Ellingham is a scientist's name. He plot the graph between temperature and delta G naught value for different metal oxide formation. Example, this is calcium is reacted with oxygen, means forms calcium oxide. Like that, here it is reacted with magnesium is reacted with oxygen, means magnesium oxide. Like that, for different metal oxide formation, he plot the graph between delta G naught value and temperature. This is called as Ellingham diagram. This diagram is used to select the reducing agent for reduction of metal oxide. For reduction of metal oxide, if metal oxide is reduced, means it will convert it into metal. For reduction of metal oxide, reducing agent is used. If two reducing agent is possible, means this is reducing agent 1, another one reducing agent 2. Which one is best reducing agent? For selecting that, we can use Ellingham diagram. From this diagram, we could observe some points under this heading. In your book, totally 4 points are given. First one, for most of the metal oxide formation, the slope is positive. This is the first observation. In this diagram, we got so many lines like this type only. If we find out slope for this line, means we will get positive slope, because slope can be determined by using the formula dy by dx. Already you learned this formula in your max subject, in your lower class max subject. So, in this graph, for most of the metal oxide formation, the slope is positive. This is the first observation. During the formations of metal oxide, oxygen is consumed, which results in the decrease in randomness. During formations of metal oxide is reduced to metal. Here metal oxide is reduced to metal. This reducing agent may be metal. If this metal take this oxygen means that forms metal oxide. So metal plus oxygen gives metal oxide. During formation of metal oxide, oxygen is consumed. Oxygen is consumed means number of oxygen is less, which results decrease in randomness. So number of oxygen is less means randomness also decreases. Randomness decreases means delta S value negative. For understanding this point, you must have knowledge about what is delta S. Already you learned, that is in 11th standard in thermodynamic lesson you learned already about entropy. Symbol of entropy is S. So entropy means randomness. So entropy, S means entropy. Entropy means randomness. So randomness decreases means delta S negative. Delta S negative means T delta S value becomes positive, because delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. This is the formula. In this formula, if you are substituting delta S value is negative means minus into minus plus. So delta G is equal to delta H plus T delta S. So T delta S is positive. Again I am telling, please listen carefully. For most of the metal oxide formation, the slope is positive, because if we got this type of line means, if we find out dy by dx means we will get the positive value. During the formations of metal oxide, oxygen is consumed. This is the formation of metal oxide. M plus O gives MO. This is the formation of metal oxide. During this reaction, oxygen is consumed. Oxygen is consumed means number of oxygen is less, number of oxygen decreases. Number of oxygen decreases means randomness also decreases. More number of oxygen means more crowd, so more randomness. Less number of oxygen means less crowd, so less randomness. So here oxygen is consumed, so decrease in randomness. Decrease in randomness means delta S becomes negative, because delta S means entropy, that is related with the thermodynamic lesson in last year 11th standard. So S means entropy. So entropy symbol S. Entropy means randomness. So randomness decreases means delta S also decreases, that is negative. If delta S negative means T delta S positive. How? Already you know one equation, delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. If we substitute instead of delta S, here the delta S is minus means, if the delta S minus means this minus into minus plus, so delta G is equal to delta H plus T delta S. So T delta S positive when delta S becomes negative. That only given in your book. For most of the metal oxide formation, slope is positive, because oxygen gas is consumed during the formations of metal oxide, which results decrease in randomness. Randomness decreases means delta S value negative. Delta S negative means in delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. In that equation, T delta S becomes positive in straight line equation. This is the first observation. Second observation, the graph for the formation of carbon monoxide is a straight line with negative slope. So, in this graph mostly all lines are going upward only, but this line only, that is carbon react with oxygen means forms carbon monoxide. So, this line only goes downward. So, if we find out slope for this reaction means we will get negative slope. See this reaction, carbon is reacted with oxygen means it forms carbon monoxide. If we negative slope means delta S becomes positive. Delta S becomes positive means it indicates that carbon monoxide is more stable at high temperature. So, from this point we are observing that carbon monoxide is more stable at high temperature. Carbon monoxide is more stable at high temperature because this is the temperature. Here temperature is increases from 200 to 2400. At high temperature we got here, that is approximately 2400, we got the line here. So, at high temperature, that is which one is more stable? If delta G, which one contains delta G value has negative with greater value means that is more stable. Second observation, the graph for the formations of carbon monoxide is straight line with negative slope. In first observation, most of the lines having positive slope, but here except this line all are having positive slope, this line having negative slope. For formation of carbon monoxide, carbon react with oxygen means forms carbon monoxide. Here in this reaction 1 mole of oxygen consumed and it produced 2 moles of carbon monoxide. Number of moles increases. Number of moles increases means entropy increases, because in last point itself I told more number of oxygen means more crowd, that is more randomness. Randomness increases means entropy increases, that is S. Like that here crowd is increases, that is because it is increases from 1 mole to 2 mole. So, number of crowd increases. Number of crowd increases means randomness increases. Randomness increases means entropy also increases. Entropy means S. So, entropy increases means delta S positive. So, delta S value positive means we will get delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S equations only. That is delta G value decreases. Delta G value decreases means that is more stable. So, it indicates that carbon monoxide is more stable at high temperature. So, that point only given in your book. So, see the second point, second observation. The graph for the formation of carbon monoxide is straight line with the negative slope. For this formations of carbon monoxide line having negative slope, in this case delta S is positive, because in that reaction carbon react with oxygen means it forms carbon monoxide. So, 1 moles of oxygen produce 2 moles of carbon monoxide. So, crowd is increases, number of moles increases, number of moles 1 moles of oxygen produce 2 moles of carbon monoxide. So, number of moles increases, number of moles increases means crowd increases, more crowd means randomness also increases, Randomness increases means entropy increases. So entropy means S. So delta S value increases. So only delta S value is positive. As the 2 moles of carbon monoxide is formed by the consumption of 1 mole of oxygen. It indicates that carbon monoxide is more stable at high temperature. Third observation, delta G value for the formation of metal oxide becomes 0 at particular temperature. Actually this is the 0. This is the 0 line. Delta G value for the formation of metal oxide becomes 0 at particular temperature. All the line, see, take this line meets that 0 line with this point, like that. This line meet the 0 line with this point. So the delta G value for the formation of metal oxide becomes 0 at particular temperature. So this line meet 0 with this temperature, and this line meet approximately this temperature. So at a particular temperature, delta G value for the formation of metal oxide becomes 0. Below this temperature, delta G is negative. Above this temperature, delta G positive for this line. So below this temperature, delta G is negative, and above this particular temperature, delta G is positive. So metal oxide becomes less stable at high temperature. At high temperature, delta G becomes less stable, so their decomposition is easy, so it can easily donate oxygen. Only given in your book. As the temperature increases, generally delta G value formation of metal oxide becomes less negative. Temperature increases mean delta G formations of metal oxide becomes less negative and becomes 0 at particular temperature. Below this temperature, delta G is negative. Above this temperature, delta G is positive. So this general trend suggests that metal oxide becomes less stable at high temperature, so decomposition becomes easier. Fourth observation, there is sudden change in slope at a particular temperature for some metal oxides like MgO, HgO. This is due to the phase transition. Phase transition means what? Melting or evaporation. Melting means solid converted to liquid. Solid phase is converted to liquid phase. Evaporation means what? Liquid phase is converted into vapor phase. So one phase is converted to another phase, that is called as phase transition. There is sudden change in the slope at a particular temperature. See this reaction. Some examples are given. Magnesium react with oxygen gives MgO. In this reaction, this line increases, but in this point sudden increases takes place because of the phase transition. See this line also, here also it increases gradually, but after this point it increases suddenly because of phase transition. See this line, here also it increases gradually, after this point again sudden increases takes place due to the phase transition. Phase transition means one phase is converted into another phase. Solid phase is converted to liquid phase means that is called as melting. Liquid phase is converted into vapor phase means that is called as evaporation. So this is the example for phase transition.